Paul Adom Otchere, 2 days to your wedding. 2 days to your wedding in 2005. 2 days to your wedding. You had anal intercourse with a man called Alex Yeboah. He was a very good friend of Gabi Otchere. You have forgotten about those records, right? 2 days. I will be worried. 2 days. I will show you what you don't want to see in your life. 2 days. Answer now your wedding. No? You were treating gonorrhea. The gentleman you had anal sex with, your friend, the gentleman you had that intercourse with your friend, Alex Yeboah. You had gonorrhea. You were treating it 2 days before your wedding. Paul, I said you have eaten poison and also you have murdered sleep. You will sleep no more. 2 days to your wedding, you had anal sex with Alex Yeboah. You were treating gonorrhea before the wedding. You want evidence? I will show you. You think it's a joke? Then I'm abdin power manager and I'm abdin power your ex-wife. What you are going to see, it will kill you slowly. Any day you will die in your bed. You have no idea. My body, the gentleman you had anal sex with, your friend Alex Yeboah. 2 days before your wedding, you were treating gonorrhea. You. Alex Yeboah is Gabi Otchere very good friend. Anything I'm not going to say this and that, and I'm not going to insinuate. I'm not going to speculate. I'm going to be specific. The gentleman you had anal sex with, your friend Alex Yeboah, and Alex Yeboah is willing to speak on my show. You have no idea. You just say, you have no idea what's coming. Anytime I catch a man and say, I'm sorry, the kind of pictures, reports I'm going to put on my screen as time goes on, I'm apologizing to your kids because it's going to stay on the internet for life.
All right, Abusia for Bedu Teller and Paul Adom Otchere. Charlie, Omudia Boni. Then you say Ghana had Kevin Teller, on Paul Adom Otchere dear. Omanisia and Tokwande da wanyene ne mumma se bola sujano ase ni edum patasie pa de chali e deli buka brika abusia tamuchuku mesewa so be follow all the social media platform at VANDYKE. You subscribe to your YouTube page na maye tamuchuku me da me ho aba me ba nsem no me ba be jeje magu ho ama. All right, Abusia, Kevin Teller. What the allegations be at is well renewed good Paul Adom Otchere so they easy. Paul Adom Otchere is now while in same no. What they are about to abontina to say. Nika say Mukrano patches say Paul Adom Otchere, your bonny ass. Yes, Nesse, we gay. Then send me by artists or so Chirachum say Nesse, Paul Adom Otchere or Sachi artist say. Or the previous or the Paul Adom Otchere a previous picture, and it's the same the picture, and I all compare Accusations Ghana for Chilum say. Paul Adom Otchere, then you see na naughty. Nemom nu bone ne nema ofefenti ena ama no so atia waye sa ene bio ne yere susu asa agya no na osa yesa bon ass ati se beka be 2 to 3 days ama na akọ wale kura no allegation bi ati se Kevin Teller ade atutu gya no ye bon ass ansa na okọ akoye ne wedding no abusia bi busa se Kevin Teller ene Paul Adom Otchere fine ene bon ass me nsem repi ye nkoni kokko tie Kevin Teller ne nsem a ode tu gya emra. This
is Paul Adom Otchere. Maybe you the young ones you don't know. This is Paul Adom Otchere. I can show you the new Paul Adom Otchere. Mr. S, get me the new Paul Adom Otchere. I'm in the Ghana for before I deal with the matter itself. Get me the drug addicts in 2025. I'm in the Ghana for. This is Paul Adom Otchere before and after. Watching chine. Because oh, he's looking good. Hey, he's dying. Watching chine. And it's all because of the drugs he does. He sniffs. This is Paul Adom Otchere's wife. This lady, her name is Rosemary Beryl Archer. In 2022, Ena Ekufuado Emma Mamiwe a deputy CEO of Exim Bank. Now, Mamiwe Owari Paul, we know who's a Paul. He sleeps with men and sleeps with women. So this woman, after roughly a year, she decided not to sleep with Paul in the same room again. Now, Paul, etimiko fama no di oma befi matrimonial bed so no abeda. Mamiwe actually Paul on countless occasions on drugs. This woman, because of her upbringing, she kept it quiet. Enti eni nemwana Mamiwe kora Exim Bank as the deputy CEO. And Paul started with this girl in Germany and other girls. The woman saw it, the woman knew it, the woman had all the story. She just didn't talk. Because now my so wafan. Now, 2-3 days ago, Rebecca Cham said, this woman, this honorable lady, with Jai Paul, our gu. There is no our The CNYN say the deputies, the CEO of Exim and Danana Dankweku Fuado, your friend Lawrence. he was having an affair with this woman, Paul Adom Otchere. And a couple of months ago, it came to light. Say, yes, the affair has been going on. And the family came together, they met, and the woman said, she does not want this marriage again. Paul, as I speak, on an ejai, all because of Paul Subain, all because of Nebra Obo, Be Sibra Tantain. And the woman was so frustrated in that marriage. Oshademna Osu, the Exim Bank former CEO, gave her attention and a pa. Inti Exim Bank CEO no. Debia Oshia Paul Irena pa. It's late and a Paul Behu say pa. Anama America children is a massa. Ujimi Savana Ujimini Ninano. I saw it. Onyonku Bema Sebio on Tesawo. Ombo be sibra onya kwasi ampanyi a obumino be the match na man pa entibete teta. All
right, abusia ekwa badutela ene ekote ne nkabae no ekwa badutela esa kansem bi wo say Paul Adom Otchere edwene ho se obesiw no na one watamu chuku aidin no twen say Paul Adom Otchere ebesiw no nya siw no wi a bebred evidence ene niema waye ono oni agro ne mo hada no aidin and afe the reply na wode man no enye ho reply no de man because nsema Kevin Taylor no kan no enye reply we and wo say Paul Adom Otchere e de man abusia yes ankoko tie Kevin Taylor emra
e be kire Paul bibi o kan bibi on the editorial Mwendra say he's thinking of suing. I want you to sue, then I will show you something you have never seen before in your life, you Paul Adom Otchere. Now Endra all responded to Asma Mekai and say akwane dini yire ma ware ne gu no. This is his response. Listen to me very well. And some of the Kenya 90% in Faswedi so as someone say he has to address it, he didn't address it.
So many defamation suits have been filed against him. Maybe I'm going to add mine. It's all sitting here. When we said that he had run away into Ghana, he was not able to talk about it. This guy has a loud mouth. He talks about everything. He was told that you came to Ghana and you ran away. And I'm hearing from some of the ministers that we even thought were responsible, that some of them said that it is they who asked him to leave because they can't have him here. And he hasn't said anything about it. He's tried to come to Ghana and told the government that they should give him an appointment so that you have an immunity. I mean, you cannot live in Ghana and do that kind of journalism. He has to know that, and therefore, he has to come and face the bench once. I hope that the things we are hearing that Justice Bafoboni is being told by some of the people in the ruling party that he should try hard and do something as acting Chief Justice to bring the guy into town so that he can live in Ghana and all of that. I hope those things are not true. That's what they call their style of journalism. It's called Jandam. I understand that it means you say the thing that is not true, say it so many times. This guy, we also hear that Ibrahim Mahama sends him money to buy a bundle. Apparently, he wants money to buy a bundle, so he gets $180, $130 from... Ibrahim Mahama is a generous guy. Everybody knows that. So Ibrahim's generosity buys him bundle to do his program. I don't know whether Ibrahim knows the kinds of things he says about people like Asante Hine, people like Duncan Williams, who Ibrahim Mahama understands are an important aspect of our social democracy, our social fiber. He understands that. But he sends him bundle money. I mean, if I was to ask Ibrahim for bundle money, I'm sure he'll send me. So he sends him bundle money, so he gets $120 to buy a bundle and then do, I know of another businessman. I mean, he thinks that we know everything that happens around what he does. Send him this book. I'm reading a book entitled The Prime Minister.
You see? Does it actually answer the question? No. Was he able to say, no man slept with my wife? He couldn't answer. Was he able to say, my wife hasn't divorced me? He just said, oh, it is not true. That is what he does. With all due respect, Paul, we don't buy bundle in America. America, it's the bundle. We don't buy bundle in America. Yes, you see, this is a dirty liar. This is a dirty liar who needs to be exposed to the core.
All right, abusia. Ekwa bedu tell us how the edibi buyer or bubo dibi or say Paul Adom Otchere the wedding day no kura no say okobo obi aso so on your born aso on okobo obi aso obi tv kire obodi an say Paul Adom Otchere enso so ebe reply na Otchere say edi an obon kwa onim ni ba bia abusia yes akoko take Kevin Taylor mbra obobo nsem so obodi kire say nipa Paul Adom Otchere e born as
Paul Adom Otchere 2 days to your wedding. 2 days to your wedding in 2005, 2 days to your wedding, you had anal intercourse with a man called Alex Yeboah. He was a very good friend of Gabi Otchere. You have forgotten about those records, right? 2 days. I will be worried. 2 days. I will show you what you don't want to see in your life. 2 days, answer now your wedding. No, you were treating gonorrhea. The gentleman you had anal sex with, your friend, I'm about intro. The gentleman you had that intercourse with your friend, Alex Yabua. You had gonorrhea. You were treating it 2 days before your wedding. Paul, I said you have eaten poison and also you have murdered sleep. You will sleep no more. 2 days to your wedding, you had anal sex with Alex Yabua. You were treating gonorrhea before the wedding. You want evidence? I will show you. You think it's a joke? Then I'm being power man and I'm being power ex-wife at chow. What you are going to see, it will kill you slowly. Any day of timidin will come bobiri. You will die in your bed. You have no idea. My body, the gentleman you had anal sex with, your friend Alex Yabua, 2 days before your wedding, you were treating gonorrhea. You. Alex Yabua is Gabi Otchere's very good friend. Anytime I'm not going to say this and that, and I'm not going to insinuate. I'm not going to speculate. I'm going to be specific. The gentleman you had anal sex with, your friend Alex Yabua, and Alex Yabua is willing to speak on my show. You have no idea. You just say, where we? You have no idea what's coming. Anytime I catch a man and say, I'm sorry, the kind of pictures, reports I'm going to put on my screen as time goes on, I'm apologizing to your kids because it's going to stay on the internet for life.
All right, Abusia, Paul, I don't watch it. And so the reply, Abba, I just say reply no. I just I 2 in 1. I reply no. I know the pa. Abusia, and some Paul, I don't watch it. Can you say Kevin Taylor and some allegations already good singing a young trunk one. Name my Kevin Taylor and mum and your bonnet ass. Then you know and your bonnet ass. Abusia, you go to Paul, I don't watch it. Emra.
I have to say that there are many people in the world. Some people are gay, some people are not gay. I am not gay. I've never been, and I will never be. As a matter of fact, let me show, the guy that said is my gay partner. Can we see? Can we see? Please, let's start with that photograph. We were sorry about that. But I mean, I've been compelled to say this, which is completely unnecessary, but I'll say it. They say somebody is called Alex Yabua. I don't know anybody called Alex Yabua. I've never met anybody called Alex Yabua. If I know some Yabua and he's not Alex, he's Alex. I don't know. I don't call him Alex. I don't know anything like that. And I mean, the kinds of things they say that on your wedding day, you had gay sex and you got some disease, and it's very gory. But it's not true. It's absolutely untrue. And I can understand why they do these things. And I heard recently, and I'm sure you also saw KSM's video, where they said there's some brand of journalism called Jandam. And Jandam journalism is to say something that's not true repeatedly. And when you say it repeatedly, it becomes true. It's not true at all. Now, I've been around. I went to school in Presec for many years. I went to University of Ghana for many years because it was 2 times. I went to University of Ghana for first degree, second degree was law, and I've been there all the time. I worked at Joy FM, Radio Gold, Choice FM, Radio Universe as a campus, you know, when we used to play with Radio Universe at campus. And I started Metro TV's Good Evening Ghana. And then we went on to, I set up City FM in 2004. We were quite successful with it. You know, I got a call one day from Nikamata. He said, can you set up a new radio station? The 2003, 2004. I said, well, I can take you far, but Samens can take you further. He was abroad. I brought Samens back home. He came home. He set up. He led it, and we were successful. I've been working with people. So if I'm gay, there will be some semblance of, you know, I've been to school all the time, but I don't know why they say these things. I don't know. Sometimes the way people fight these battles is what they are, they say you are. So it's a reverse psychology they do. What is innately their nature is what, and it's an embarrassing nature for them. They transfer it onto you and say that you are gay. So they say you have some gay partner called Alexia. I don't know where they get the name from, and that Alexia boy is ready to speak. He should speak. He should very well speak, because I don't know him. I'm not gay. I've never been gay. I will never be. I mean, anyone who knows me knows that. And then they talk about, my wife has issued a statement that she has divorced. It's completely and absolutely false. It's not true at all. And it is also because they are taking advantage of my private life, you know, because viewers, you see me talk like this on TV, you know, but I'm not a very outward person like that. I just operate in a small group. Everybody was working. When I used to work at Joy FM, there was a timetable. You come to work at 4 a.m. and you close at 4 p.m. and all that. Because I like to work in small groups, I had to plead with some men to design my own schedule from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Because I work in small groups. I am not a very, you know, so if I do a party, it's for my people. They talk about how my family is in tatters. I think also the problem is that they cannot understand how a marriage can last that long and it's still on. That is the work of God. That's not the work of man. That you are still married from wherever they saw your big wedding, or so they call it, big wedding on screen. They were envious of it, obviously. The way they talk today, you can tell that they were envious. It pained them at that time. I don't know them. I've never met this seamstress in America before. I don't know him. I've never ever met him before. And there's another guy, a friend of mine, Kwabena Brobi and Class FM. He also talks about this. Paul Adumochi is gay. I don't know where he gets it from too, because he too, I've met him just once. I don't know him. I used to listen to Asempa and listen to him. Then when he had his problems with Joy FM, KSM called me that Bobre is being maltreated by Joy FM. Can I grant him an interview on Good Evening Ghana? I said, what does he want to talk about? He says he wants to talk about how Kwesi Chum has maltreated. Once they mentioned the name Kwesi Chum, I said, no, I can't do that. I mean, this is a man who gave me opportunity when I was a student. I can't come on Good Evening Ghana. In fact, me doing Good Evening Ghana is premised on my work at Joy FM, which Kwesi and Samens gave me the opportunity to do. So why am I going to be on Good Evening Ghana and talk about Kwesi negatively? He's running his company. He decides that somebody cannot be part of his company. Is that a matter for me to discuss? So I told KSM that I don't want to do that interview. That's a long time ago. And that's my only sort of connection with Bobie. But he still says that, and Paul Adumochi is gay, and he even has names for me. I ignore it because I think people will not take it serious. But when it comes from all over the place and people are saying that, look, speak about it so that at least there's a record that you said something about it. I don't know Alex Yeboah. I've never met, I don't know anybody called Alex Yeboah. Prior to the wedding that you are talking about, and all this is private, but I have to share it. The groomsmen, we were together for days at Alisa Hotel. We had gone to the British High Commission to learn how to wear Scottish kilt. So we were together all the time. There was no Alex Yeboah with us. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, let me get to the rest of the thing. So they said, I'm divorced. It's not true. And I'm saying that maybe, you see, if you marry a Sudanese because you want to be a citizen of Sudan, that's a different matter. If you do that, you might not think that marriages can last that long, because your marriage is so that you want to be a Sudanese. So you want to marry a Sudanese. Without marrying a Sudanese, you are a nobody. You have absolutely no traction. But that's the problem sometimes they have, and I don't have any problem with it. And because Good Evening Ghana has lasted for so long, as I was saying, you know, people want to make it the standard. The other day, you heard A+ saying that when he was sleeping in some place in North First Light, I was doing Good Evening Ghana. So at that time, he recognized me as the standard. But he says now he has overtaken me because he's a member of parliament and I'm still a blogger, which is okay. But that is, so if you imagine Good Evening Ghana as your standard and you are trying hard to reach the standard, but you're not able to rise to the quality of research, candor, and things like that, and you have to use insults to make people aware of you, that's your cup of tea. And that's why they've introduced a new journalism called Jandam. Jandam, they say, means say the lie consistently and it will become like it is true.
Abusia, Paul Adumochi ene kwate ne kaba ne say Jandam say DNDU abusia. O man e kom on say abusia. Mesewa so be kire wadwen wo comment section na say amami. Say Paul Adumochi ene Kevin Taylor. Why ene your bone ask. Mesewa so be subscribe to your page. No follow you all the social media platform. Me da say makrao.